Hello, this is Miho from Canada. How are you guys doing? I hope you guys doing well with mentally and physically. So today I'm going to talk about mind power. And this mind power, it really flourish when you are alignment with yourself, which means that you're truly to be yourself, like center to yourself. That also means that your vibration or your state of mind is very calm, harmonized with yourself. Instead of being worried and feared, those very up and down, very low vibration. Instead of that, your state of mind is very peaceful and harmonized. The happy and joyful, that state of mind. And when you're aligned to yourself, really, you can really discover the mind power. You do have them, but you just don't paying attention during a busy daily life. But when you focus to yourself, in alignment to yourself, and really have that mind power effect on your daily lives. And so it's important to spend a lot of time to really calm yourself down by doing things that you love, or just relax and just clear your head, like empty your mind and like ease yourself. Those things really makes your vibration high or steady and getting close to the alignment of yourself, or you are aligned to yourself. And that state is very neutral, and you'll be able to do a lot of things without your thoughts. Your thought is one thing, but your mind power is something that triggered by being a good state of yourself. The thought is actually, it really disturbs your mind and it blocks so many things that you have potentials for. So get rid of all those thoughts and beliefs, and it just clear your head, or be emptiness, or ease, relax, do things that you love. So you need to spend the time to explore yourself. What does that for you? It could be walking outside, looking at the natures, or looking at the flowers, or listening to the birds, or going for a run, or play the piano or instruments, or drawing, or cooking, or chatting with friends. Anything that makes you feel that good state of mind, and keep it as long as possible. It's the key. And because you're living in a busy life, of course, you encounter so many things, that obligations or responsibilities that you need to cover, so that you get all those the vibration from others who are maybe upset or stressed, worried, and so you bring that with you, or feel that with you. So from time to time, you need to really calm yourself and center yourself, and let those other people's feeling or thoughts or frustrations or anger go, because that's not yours, right? And then focusing on yourself and be really good state and a peaceful and joyful state is very important, because of course you love to save people or world, especially nowadays, but you need to really look after yourself first. And if there are so many people on this planet who look after themselves in a really good state, that as a whole become such great community on earth. So it's really all about yourself. You need to really center yourself and be yourself and calmness in your easiness in your heart. And when you do that, a lot of things that happen in your life start to turn around and get better. And you'll be surprised like how that happens. Like for instance, for my financial thing, that almost a year ago, I put a lot of investment into myself, thinking that I will do something with it. But the reality was that I had no money to invest. That meant it's in debt, right? We had enough debt to start with, but I made more debt to it. And I felt so bad. I was so scared and so afraid of what's going to happen, because we gotta eat, we gotta look after the kids' needs, and this and that, and a house. And so I couldn't sleep. I had a knot in my the stomach, and I felt terribly, it's just terrible, like a loser, like what did I do? Anyway, so I shifted the focus. I used my mind to focus on other things that I could do instead of looking at the bank account, which never did any good. But I focused on things that I could be doing for my mental, for our family, and for things in general. And then it started to shift that worrisome and scarcity mind to something more productive, something more meaningful. And you start to look for the proof that there are people out there that have even deeper debt and they paid it off, and like as long as you live, like you have time to pay back, and and you just start to feel ease, even though the situation hasn't changed. And then it started to get better, and then somehow like, oh, we're managing it, and you start to attract quality information, so people with quality the characteristics, or it provides a lot more deeper insights to how to make your life better, or in general that it just start to move things around. Or you get all of a sudden the gift money or something, it just start to move around. And when you're really focusing on a state of being so steady and ease, you start to really look at the flowers, the side of the road, or you notice the sky that's so beautiful. If you're full of yourself, full of worries, like you don't even pay attention to those things, so you might look at it but you don't feel anything to it. So it's important to have that focus in yourself, that it really make you feel comfortable and ease and peaceful and harmonized with yourself. And when you have those fear, discomfort, uncertainty, and doubt, self-doubt, it's also a good thing that you're almost breaking through that wall of challenge to expand yourself. You could stay in a very comfortable zone that you know what's going on, you know everything about and around, and so you don't really need to do much because that's where you're comfortable with. But when you actually face the discomfort and go for it, and that's an expansion. You challenge yourself. You know it's a discomfortable, and there's a fear, and then uncertainty, and self-doubts, and all that's there. and very scary to do something different, very fearful to do something totally out of your comfort zone. But when you actually do it, even though you know it's going to be uncomfortable, uncertainty, fear, you don't know what's going to happen, then on the other side is a success or the expansion of yours. And you be the place where you feel much rewarded, and you feel much better as a person, and you feel the growth in yourself. And when you go after the dream of yours, it comes with the fear, it comes with discomfort, it comes with the doubt, because you don't know what's going to happen. It might really go, bad or fail, or it might look really stupid and all those. But when you actually do it, even though it's it's a discomfort things, then on the other side of that is your dream. And when you are going after your dream, that gives you other people permission to go for theirs, because we are all afraid. As a human beings, it's natural to be afraid of uncertainty, because to protect ourselves, to protect from danger, we needed to run, in the beginning of our stage of human history. So it's in ourselves. It's a good thing that we have these the sign that it's time to run, or time to go away from danger, to protect yourself. But nowadays, those protection or not doing much doesn't reward you. Taking the risks, it rewards you, because by taking the risks, that's what the challenges are, what the expansions are, what the dreams are, what the success would be. So even though other people think of you, or even though other people think, or judge you in a wrong way, or bad feelings from others, you just go for it. And that's the process of self-expansion. And you don't need to be privileged to be changing one thing in your life. You don't need to be in a fancy environment to do the change for yourself. You could do it right now, starting now. Like maybe going out for a 1K run or 1 mile run, or maybe talking to the stranger in a store, or something really small. And then, your discomfort level start to shift, because you do it anyway. And then it leads to something bigger and bigger, which leads to your dream or challenge to your body or your mind. So in order to have that sense of challenge, you really need to focus yourself and be comfortable, alignment yourself. That's when your mind power really set off, and you have it. Everyone has it. You're just afraid to use it, because we were told that this is it, like this is your limit as a human being. That's how you live, that's how you think, maybe coming from the parents or the culture you brought up with, or any people who met through your life, and they have that limitations in your head, but it could be just in your head. You never know until you really explore. So I think that's the beauty of the mind power. You just don't know until you try. So for me, just my personal examples that I ran the marathon, and it was so scary. The day before, I didn't sleep much because my thought was full of what if, like what if I couldn't finish, what if I die, what if I injured, or what if, right? And I didn't know the course, I didn't know anybody, I never run that long distance. It sounds crazy, and what's the weather, and what's like literally a million things in my head. And then when you go to the site, there's so many people. And then once you go, it goes with the wave of people's energy. And you see people who, are running much worse than your conditions, or like really senior people, or people who are blind, has no legs, or, those difficulties, conditions, but still running. And it really hit you like, oh my God, what I was thinking is not everything. Like it was a little tiny aspect of the whole thing. So it's very important to put yourself in the whole picture as well when you feel like you're stuck in a little hole. So do that little shift, the reminder to yourself to look the whole picture. And also recently, I wanted to lose weight and be a better shape. And when you have that intention, you really connect to the information that you really need. So it's important to put the intention that what you really want in your life. Then I follow, the workout and also the food training, which means that you look after your food, like you keep an eye on the food that you consume to build your muscle, because you just don't want to lose weight. Like you want to build the muscle and you keep your metabolism going really up, yet you lose the fat, right? So you keep healthy eating and a healthy body, and you build your muscle engine bigger so that you run better and efficiently. Anyway, so 3 months I focused, and I lost 10 kilograms, which is like 22 pounds, and the body fat is like 12%. Now it's a little bit different, up, but probably I could keep it off if I really wanted to. So that's another thing, that your mind really brings the results, and people who have the knowledge to help you. So it's the fastest way to get to the results, with the help of people who have the knowledge, the right knowledge to help you. So when you are in a really center to yourself, in alignment to yourself, a lot of good stuff start happening to you. So your life is much better, because what you think is what you're gonna see in a reality. But because of this earth, you don't have that instant translation of your thoughts. Because say, for instance, if you want to eat ice cream, okay, instantly you don't have the ice cream, right? You have to, have the process to get the ice cream. So the same thing, when you think about something, it will happen, but it will take time to materialize, because it takes time the process to materialize takes time. That's what I mean. So what's thinking in your head really makes what you're going to face in your future as a reality. But that's what you face. So it's important to be in a really good state now for the future of you to face that reality. When you sometimes have encountered something really bad or stressful situation, think back. Maybe your state of being was very bad. Maybe you argued with somebody or you were mad about something. It's just the state of being was very bad. Then, maybe a week later, boom, you have this situation that gives off that same feelings. So it's important to have the really calm state and be comfortable now so that it'll be good for the future. And when you have the intention of what you like to have, and that will really brings people who have the information that you're looking for or things that you really needed. And it just comes like, you just can't explain it, but it does start to evolve around your life. So try that. And be in a good state and the mind power, it really has a lot to offer, which I don't know either, but you will really have a good understanding of why you need to be in a good state now, and really look after yourself, care for yourself, body and the mental. They are all interconnected. So hopefully you're gonna have a great day, and see you soon.